No, I mispronounce shit all the time. It's fun.
Well, he does because his people were counting kills on the wall. Remember? Dwarves, Gimlis, as we call them.
Yeah, I figured that I was not Legolas in this situation.
No, you are not. In fact, I don't think any of us are a Legolas in this situation. We all would be like they would use our faces CGI'd onto dwarves. You're like 18, 19, 20.
I'm just standing on top of a wall, just swinging this axe around.
Yeah. None of us are strong enough or graceful enough for one of those bows and arrows, dude.
I'm saying quips the whole time while dumping oil on people.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. It's like, oh, you guys lost all of your arrows? Well, I just dumped a fucking gallon of diesel on these orc bitches. Oh, fuck.
Just lighting these motherfuckers up.
Yeah, I just lit them up with
some oil. I hear the pops, and I go, it smells like chicken, and everybody starts laughing. And then all of us start singing because we're dwarves, and that's what you do.
Meanwhile, the kill count went up to 32.
It would be nice, dude, to be. I mean, a lot of people like say all these things are bad, like like having an affliction like that.
What kind of affliction?
This is gonna come off rough. Being a dwarf, like being a little person, or being a person without arms, or being a person without legs, or like anybody that has like a disability like that, where it's just like
right. Well, I mean, to the able-bodied, yes, you would say it's an affliction. I think that is correct.
Yes,
it opens up the possibility of being the funniest fucking person in the world, though.
But it's got to be kind of nice, like if you do walk into a room and you see another one of you, and you're just like, yo. Like instantly connection, like it's like having twins everywhere. You know what I mean? like that's gotta be kind of fun if that happens in your day. Like, and that doesn't happen to everybody. Everybody else, everybody's just mean to each other. But in those communities, if you see another one of you in the wild, dude, you're probably stoked.
That's true. When I see another racist-looking white guy, I'm like, "Yo, my guy."
Yeah, but
then you start a podcast.
Like, you piece of shit! You cut me off in traffic to say hi. Fuck you! And you're like, oh. But if a dwarf cuts off another dwarf, dude, best day ever.
I like the idea that they're just like, "Oh, sorry, friend."
It's an instant pass. They're like, you motherfucker, and then they climb out of the car. And be like, oh, hey, me too, bud. Me too.
Hey.
What do you mean, me too? And then he gets out of the car. What I mean. When they're in the car, their voice is normal because they're normal height. But when they're
they all pull out their lollipop guild cards. They're like, oh no shit.
I like to think that too. They all have normal voice when they're sitting down, but when they stand up, they're like, "So, where are we going?" And then they sit down. And they're like, "Oh yeah, like I was saying."
Get back here!
Right when they stand up. Hey,
I gotta catch you.
Tyler's looking for his right now.
Yeah, he keeps one under his. He keeps some under his Megadeth records. There's no microphone. That's the funniest thing.
It really is. It's so great watching him keep crying. No.
It's super faint.
No.
Super faint.
Nothing. No.
It's getting worse.
Can you hear us?
We got like a little, yeah.
It would be hilarious that when it does work, if we just go, nah.
Nah. Got that though.
Nice.
Give me that. I think we're getting out of 10. Definitely for timing.
Oh man. What's been going on? That's Connor looking for headphones at work, even though he's tried every
Yeah, dude. We're gonna change the name of this podcast from "Waiting to Mics" to "Looking for Headphones."
Jesus. What are we even doing a podcast? And also, why do you look like you just got fired and have been on a binge for 3 days? Is that what that
Dude, you really,
rough, dude?
you
look
really
like
do have.
Sudeikis at the beginning of any movie he's in.
You definitely have. We have a Miller's face right now.
You look like Owen Wilson's brother in the beginning of any movie he's in.
Owen Wilson, Luke Wilson.
Yeah. Let's be honest, he's known more as Owen Wilson's brother than Luke.
Are you walking around on your knees?
No.
Oh,
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah,
It's solid. You can hear me.
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
I don't know if it's solid, but
Are you doing a bit? Are you doing a bit right now?
Can you hear us?
damn it, Clinton, lock into me.
Oh man.
All right,
Yeah.
what's up, Winter Soldier? What are you doing up to?
Hey, Chris, you do look like you're your normal self, but you've been a POW for like 3 months.
Oh, you're just growing out the fucking beard and just
Yeah.
we
What's
haven't had
going
water
on
for
with
4
you?
days. What'd you say, Clint?
What's going on with you, dude?
Me? Nothing. I was just
Yeah,
wearing
you
a
look
hat
like
all
a
day.
Scottish soccer coach.
Yeah. I just got back from coaching the Highland games.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Seamus.
Did you know that they have a sheep throwing event now? I didn't know.
I thought it was just like logs and sticks and
What's
shit.
your way to throw a sheep? How are you tossing a sheep?
You grab the 2 fronts and the 2 backs, and then you
Spin move.
okay.
So okay,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like you're kind of like doing a discus, a little
Yeah.
bit.
It's like the
You do
hammer
it.
throw.
Like a hop skip, you know.
If
Like
you can get some
and then
twist
just
on it, the sheep might land it. You can actually twist it.
yeah. See, that's funny because when I was thinking about throwing a sheep, I was thinking of like from getting it on its back and putting arms underneath its front arms and just hucking it.
Terrible technique.
I feel like the other technique would be if you could grab it like by the ears or like behind the head and then spin it. But I feel like feet in each hand.
You're killing it at
better.
that point. That is.
I think I
animal
would kill
abuse.
the sheep.
Well,
You act like you've never hopped animals by the ears
also,
before.
I just called it animal abuse when throwing any kind of animal is animal abuse.
Yeah, I like how me.
Nah, dude, you
Hold
can
on.
throw
I will
You
say,
can
unless
throw
it's a bird.
cats.
Unless it's a bird, you can't throw birds.
Cats.
You can do whatever you want with birds.
You can throw cats, dude. A cat will
Not-
land and be just fine.
Not if they're in a pillowcase.
Dude, my grandmother.
Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. When I had my cat, I used to like put it in a pillowcase and be like, whoa, like fuck around with it and shit.
That's horrifying. I don't know why you did that
I
in
was
public.
like 10 years old, dude. I was sad about the divorce still.
That's awful.
Dude, that's hilarious because my, like, at the time, like, probably 50, 60-year-old grandmother, a cat scratched my baby sister. She picked up the cat and threw it out the kitchen window. Just right out the window. Just like, oh, I guess we don't have a cat anymore.
Grandma, where's the cat?
You're sitting
What
there like,
cat?
Flubber! No!
Yeah, my parents are like, where'd Francine go? And she's like, well, she hurt the baby, so she's gone.
Here's the baby, so we don't have a cat anymore.
Yeah, we have a dog now. Just a dog.
Francine got sent to the wolves, dude.
You throw the
Dude.
cat out the window, and then you go out the front door, and you just grab the nearest dog you can find. You go, you're ours now. And then you bring it in.
Literally, this was when we lived in Southern California, and the hills were always crawling with coyotes, and you'd hear horrible sounds of these coyotes killing anything that was out. And for sure, Francine did not make it that long.
No. What if she
Yeah.
became a killer, though?
Francine became the meanest cat in the town.
Yeah.
Hey, Clint, I
always
hate
do
to be
think
this
about
guy,
that.
but you're like freezing up a lot.
Huh?
I hate to be this guy, but you're like freezing up a lot.
Yeah, you're hopping and skipping around. Yeah.
Oh.
Your video is like,
You look like you're throwing sheep right now, man. You're doing a hop skip.
Well, I mean, my Wi-Fi is on all the way up. I'm using the computer.
how's your Wi-Fi be? How's it all the way up?
All the bars are on. So it's all
Oh, okay. Wave your hand back and forth. Yeah.
Looks fine on my screen.
Well, yeah, it looks fine on yours.
Hey, yeah, 'cause that's just
Because you're seeing yourself in real time.
yeah. It's not translating. That's the problem. The problem isn't what's happening in your room. The problem is what's happening when it ships the signal from you to space to me, and then back.
There's something going on up in space right now. Can you please control that, Clint? Please?
Clint,
I'll try my best.
Can you figure that out?
get the space shit.
Can you
Get
quit
spaceship.
smoking so much
All right,
weed that
we're
you
at
enter
11
the fifth
minutes. Let's
dimension?
get into it. Israel-Palestine. Is that still going on?
I don't know. The satellites might be able to tell us right now.
Dougie, what year was your dad born?
My dad,
61.
59.
It was going on then.
Yeah.
So yes, it's still going on.
What about 1961?
That's
Yeah,
my new-
it was going on then.
My bar talk now. When people start talking to me and I don't want them to talk to me, I just go, "Let me get your opinion on this. Israel Palestine. Do you think that's still like happening or like?"
Shoot.
Never heard a lot about it. It's
Nice.
a question that makes no
Nice.
sense.
That's
About
way
a
better
really
than my
hot
method, which
population.
is just ignoring them.
Yeah, or
Or just
what was
being a
the
dick
situation?
directly back to them.
Yeah, I was like with the Metallica shirt guy.
Not that guy. No.
That guy.
I just mean people who want to be friends with me in a broad sense. You know, and I go, no friends. I'm good.
Broads want to be friends with you.
Connor has zero small talk skills.
Oh, I'm all small talk. It gets me in terrible situations.
Same.
Who
People-
has terrible small talk skills?
You
Me? No.
garbage. You
I
don't talk.
don't. We literally Clint says
I
it.
love
We
that.
literally just got in like this funny. Remember that girl from
No.
Laughs on Thursday?
No, but
Yeah, remember at the bar. So I was hosting Laughs. I hosted the first half of Laughs, and I made like quick announcements, and I was like, guys, please no heckling, no talking while the comedians are on stage. And not even 2 seconds later after I said that, this girl goes, okay, no talking, like just yells it out. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And like that got a laugh. I was like, hey, shut the fuck. I was like, are you going up tonight? And she was like, yeah, I'm going up later. I'm like, then shut the fuck up until then. And then I did my set. And then that same girl, she came up to me and Clint at the bar while we were just talking. And then she starts, what did she start talking about, Clint? Do you remember?
fuck no.
You don't remember?
I don't
'Cause she came
remember
up-
any of the small talk because I deflect it with other small talk.
We were eating, I think we were eating, yeah, Clint, you were eating your food and I was eating your fries. And she was saying
Yeah.
something about like,
Yeah, she went. I remember her first words to be "good French dip," and I went, "Great sandwich."
See, Connor, that's what we're talking about. That's great small talk. That's primo.
Yeah,
Get you right back small talk.
I refuse to do it. I refuse, dude,
I sent back exactly what she said to me, just tweaked it
Right away.
I
Great
know.
sandwich.
Great sandwich.
Which, to Clint's credit, handled it so well. But I know Clint, and he is nice. He's nice to randos that come up and talk to him, and he just like even if he doesn't want to talk to them, he will keep talking to them. And
Yeah, because I don't know if that rando had the knife.
it's a lady. Of course she has
I'm
a
not
knife.
going to be the guy who gets into a fight over a Metallica T-shirt. You
No,
fucking
dude.
psychopath.
No. I do it. No, I do it based off of size. I do it based off of size. All right. If it's like a woman or a small guy, I'm fucking talking shit right to you, dude. if it's a big dude like Big Chuck, if it's Big Chuck, no, oh yeah, dude, I'll be your friend. Yeah, totally.
Dude, what up?
Dude,
I turn into
Chuck's
such
not
a
even-
sub anytime a guy bigger than me comes up. I'm just like, oh yes, sir, please fuck my ass.
Jesus.
But this girl came up and she started like, what do you think about like this as a joke? She started trying to like run a bit by us, and I was like, don't do that on stage because it's gonna suck. It's not, and I was just being my usual dry self. I'm like, yeah, it's not that funny, you know. You should probably stop drinking too. And then Dingo's just like listening. He's like, holy shit, dude. He's like, you gotta be. And then the girl walked away, and Dingo was like, yeah, you know how nice Dingo is. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I think you should have been a little nicer to her. And I was like, I was like, it wasn't that bad, was it? He was like, it was pretty
Yeah.
bad. It was pretty bad.
Dude, I also love the sort of selfish side of Dingo being like, when you're like, you should probably stop drinking too. And Dingo's like, don't fuck up my money. Like, what are you doing?
He's like, no. Yeah, chill.
Call me, baby, call me.
Connor, can I talk to you for a second? What the fuck?
Yeah. Taking me in the corner.
You're running in my shit right now.
Yeah, giving me an alcohol pep talk. It's like, what are you doing, man? You're dipping dipping into my pool, man. Go swim on the other side.
Come over later and get a $20 tip. Do you not understand what type of night that is? Like a triple play. Fucking idiot.
Yeah,
She
I was
brought
just trying to,
fucking 8 people.
I was just trying to tell her to shut the fuck up. I was like, hey, just be nice to people. Actually, no, I didn't say that. That's what I thought, but it never comes out that way.
Well, yeah, how you think you say things and how you actually say things tend to be different.
100% different.
I also love the idea of you turning to her.
I'm sorry, but I gotta get this out. It's like that scene in 21 Jump Street, like Connor's emotions, you know, when they're tripping and one of them's having the good trip and one of them's having the bad trip. When Connor speaks, what's in his head is the good trip. It's all he does. All that. But what comes out? And like in his mind, he's like, I just said it was a good joke and told her to try her best. And it's like, you literally called her a drunk.
I love that Connor's interior dialogue is like, oh yeah, keep at it, you know, like everybody's new once, and you're like, go fuck yourself.
The truth be told, I've told you guys before, the thing that I hate the most about people who are trying it is that like they're all the same, dude. Like all the same. They're always either like way too fucking drunk and overly confident, you know. And I can't fuck Lex. I can't fucking stand that. Can't fucking stand it, dude. You know why? Because it reminds me of the worst parts of myself, and I get fucking mad. I hate that shit, dude.
Oh yeah, no, I feel that.
When people do that, which is what she was doing by heckling 2 seconds after I said stop heckling, which by the way, she might be a great comedian because great timing, perfect timing, you know. So I was, and in my mind, she already fucking pissed me off. So I'm like, I don't care. You pissed me off. You're a rude person, and you shouldn't be doing this. And I hope you bomb. You know, that's what I was thinking on the inside. And anything that I said to her, I was like, it's not a lie. It's the truth. It's how I feel. And here you go. And then Dingo's like, fucking
I also love that Dingo comes in this story like Norm Macdonald. Hey, could have been nicer.
And I am sitting there eating my French dip in peace because expert at small talk.
I got in, I got out. I'm great.
Completely disregarded me that I was even there after I went, yeah, really good sandwich.
Connor,
yeah, but Clint, I did that for you. I did that for you.
I used that grenade.
I took the attention off you. Look, I'm the leader of the Gazelle pack, and I took the attention from the lion off of you onto me. All right, I did that.
I do love.
You're my little.
love your.
My little. What do you call a baby gazelle?
No, this is like if we were an assassin. If we were an assassin team, and then I was down there, like next to the guy we had to get, and I slipped him the poison, and I was like, I slipped him the poison. We're good to go. And then I just look over to him, and his head just blows off, and I'm like, what the fuck?
And then I'm just holding a fucking 44-9, and I'm like, I did it though. I did it.
I got him.
I got him. Don't worry.
Like I had him.
Like,
I had him the whole
no,
time. The
I'm
slow
down
drip.
here
Little,
now.
a little
This is
blip, blip,
everybody.
blip.
I'm tackled. Now I'm in jail. And he's like, "What was? I did the job, though."
It's like pretty good shot though, huh? Pretty
I
good
got
shot. And then Dingo's like, you could have used a smaller gun.
Do you have to kill her?
Yeah, did you have to blow her fucking face off? I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, come on. I mean, there's people around. I'm trying to make
I
money.
mean, there's something worse than getting your face blown off, like bowel cancer.
Or getting talked to by a fucking drunk at the bar.
Those are the only people at the bar. It's a bar.
Yeah, but not the
Connor
drunks I
gets
like.
annoyed at being
That's fair.
What did you say, Quint?
Connor gets annoyed at bar people. His whole life is at a bar.
I know.
You
I'm
picked a
different.
hobby.
I'm different than these people. I'm different than all of them.
You picked a hobby that only happens at bars, and then you hate bar people.
I know, dude. I think about that nonstop. Where how like in my head, this ego thing. Like I'm so different than everybody else. Like I'm on a path that nobody has walked before, you know. And then like I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. All right,
No,
and
there's plenty of gay guys faking that they're straight. You're not the only one.
you piece of shit. You piece of shit. You couldn't control yourself. You piece of shit.
It's literally that's the oldest trick.
I mean, you step right into it like you should step out of the closet. Oh, I'm on fire. God damn.
Closet's right there, dude. I was just in
Door
it. Now I'm
shut, though.
here. Oh, no, no, no.
Door
No, it's not. Look. Look, right
That's
there.
I can always go.
shut.
I'm peeking out, dude. I'm peeking out.
Heavy peak, dude.
What's going on out there?
Sooner or
Gay
later,
stuff?
that strapless dildo will be opened.
It is open, dude. It's just not used. But,
Why would you open it and unuse it?
Unused.
It's unused.
Like you used it once and was
It
like,
is
never again.
It is pre-usage. It is pre-usage. It is not post-usage. No, dude. I really do think like that. Like, you know, like I go back and forth where I'm like, I'm different from people. Like I'm not like that. You know, I think of myself as like a pretty decent person, and then all the time I'm reminded how big a piece of shit I am. You know, because I do shit like that at the bar where there's plenty of instances where I don't do that with people, you know, and I do go along with it. But then there's so many instances where they all happen to like be while I'm in front of Clint or somebody who knows me really well. And they're like,
Try to
this is not,
impress us.
yeah, this
Wait.
is not looking good.
I think we've stumbled upon a really great, like, just a really fun reason why this dynamic works so well. Is because Clint is the exact opposite. Clint doesn't necessarily think of himself as the nicest person in the room, but is. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm like a pretty nice guy. I try to put that out there, and you're not at all. Like literally the opposite.
Dude, I so don't want to be like that. I so don't want to be like that. But you're right, dude. You're right.
You walk
You're
into
right.
the room like you're king shit, dude. Oh shit!
You're
You're like,
right.
I am the best. And then some lady's like, hey, how's it going? And you're like, eat shit and die, bitch.
That's not even, dude. That's so bad. That's not even true. That's not even close to true. That's not even close to true, dude. That has never happened. I've definitely done that with a dude before, though. I've never done that with a girl.
Yeah,
But,
dude. The number of people I've seen come up to you and you're like, actually, you suck shit, so get away from me, is not zero. Let's just say it's not zero.
But it's not a lot.
It's not a ton. It's not a ton.
Exactly. But it just so happens that the one place that I go all the time. Clint, please, I'm sorry. Let me say this.
Yeah.
This is the one. These are the places that I hang out. All right. These are the places that I hang out. I don't hang out anywhere else except at open mics. You know, this is like my fun time, dude. And so it would be different if I had like 7 or 8 different places to go throughout the week that weren't open mics. nobody would even know of these things. No people that I've done this to would even know each other. But since it's all open mics, I've done this once, at least once, with every comedian. Every comedian, at least once, I've like said like, no, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. Like you, fuck you, or like slapped a drink out of their hand, or been like middle finger to the face, go fuck yourself, like that kind of stuff. But they get me to a point. They get me to a point, man, and I don't like.
Now I'm just imagining Connor having the same monologue, but in like second grade about a sandbox, being like, "This is my happy place. This is my zone." All right, yeah. To everybody in the class, at least once I have said, "Fuck off, get out of here. You're not allowed to be in here." Just going off at the principal, they're just like,
"Look, guys, I'm a simple creature.
Jen.
I'm a simple creature. I really am. I'm not that complicated. I wish I was complicated, but I'm not. Like, it's basically just like, if you do something to upset me, like, I just don't hold back, you know? Unfortunately, my friends upset me sometimes.
Unchecked rage.
Oh, no, it's been checked. I've checked through that little crack multiple times. It's always there.
I know. You got to open that door wide.
I guess that's
the rage.
That's also
a new man comes out.
That's also such an interesting thing because I feel like I have exactly the opposite. If I'm upset at you, it takes so much for me to tell you. It would take, I don't even, like, a cataclysm for me to actually tell you that I'm upset.
Yeah.
And I was like, I honestly respect the shit out of the fact that you're just like, no, fuck you.
Well, I wasn't always like that, dude. It would, believe it or not, it was worse at some point in my life. It was way worse. You know, like I'd wait months. And the first time that it really happened, it turned into like just a fist fight because this kid would bully me all the time, you know, and he would, I've told this story before. He was a sophomore and I was a freshman, and in class, he would fucking bully me like in front of the teacher, in front of other kids, and nobody did shit about it. And I like never spoke up about it. And he did this for like 3 or 4 months. On the last day of the first semester, he was just like saying shit to me. He's like, what's that F word? You know, you want cock in your ass? He's like, oh, you little gay boy, like just being a piece of garbage. And he would do that shit all semester. And then last day, bell rings, everybody gets let out. I just fucking unloaded on this guy and I started beating the shit out of him. You know, whereas before I could have just not let that happen. I could have just talked to him or like talked to the teacher or done something about it, you know, and like been like, hey man, like what's your problem with me? Like what did I do to you? You know, and like try to be cool with him. But instead I'd said nothing, kept it inside. Then he called me a faggot one too many times and I just beat the dog shit off of him, dude. Yeah. And so my
your
point
bully
is
always a good way to do. I dealt with one of my bullies with psychological warfare.
Yeah.
He kept coming at me in class, same situation in front of a teacher, all that for like a whole semester. Just kept coming at me. Then we had the same class the next semester, right, together, sitting right next to each other, same seating chart.
Ooh.
And I noticed the semester before that he always there was this stain on his shorts. And it was the same stain in the same place every day on his shorts. And I was like, huh, this motherfucker's wearing the same shorts every day. Same pair of shorts every single day. Right? So then the second semester, every time he came in, he'd say some shit to me, and I just look him up and down. And on my notebook, on the front of my notebook, I just put a dash. Right? And then I did that for like 3 weeks. He was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And I was like, oh, just counting how many times you wear those pants in a row.
Dude, I bet that annihilated him, dude.
Everybody in the class fucking died laughing. And they're like, holy shit.
That's genius, dude.
Oh, damn.
That's the best.
I was way too emotional to be that smart about it.
Yeah, dude. And then I just like got up and I was just like, yeah, man, that was pretty gross. Just like,
it was pretty gross.
Pretty gross.
Yeah, you should buy like at least one more pair of pants. At least one more.
Yeah, for like 3 months, this kid was just like fucking faggot, fucking pussy, fucking all that shit. And then I just zinged him.
I know.
Got him.
Turns out they're doing that because their parents are poor and then hurt them.
Yeah, yep. That's exactly what was happening.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
He
that's
just
what's happening.
wanted somewhere to vent his anger, and it was
Yeah.
you.
Had that sit down conversation senior year when we all grew up a little bit.
Ooh.
He was like, yeah, the reason that was happening, I was like, yeah, no, I know. That's why I did that.
Yeah, no, I hurt you on purpose.
Yeah, I went to what's real. See, you were just calling me gay. I'm not gay. I went to what is actually going to hurt you.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you mess with the G. And then I walked away. I didn't do that.
That's what happens when you mess with Tom G, dude.
I walked out.
You don't even own a Bugatti.
No, we hugged it out. I was like, my bad, dog. I was like, looking back at it, that was pretty fucked up.
Dude, those are only though the best friendships you make is like the person you punched in the face once, and then you're like, we got that out of our system, right? And then you're like, yeah. You're like, okay, cool.
My friend
Oh,
Sam,
God.
dude. That's how
Never
me and
happened.
Sam met. We were sitting at the end of the lunch table, and he was talking about football, and like he was, I think he was. It was like just when freshman football just started, so I think like positions weren't even set yet or anything. And,
Yeah.
and he's talking about it. I was like, "Aren't you a backup, dude? Like you don't even play that much, you know?" Like, and he took his
Devastating.
lunch,
Devastating.
dude. He took his lunch and just fucking flipped it onto me. And then I grabbed, it was baked ziti. So, like, it fell on me because the rest of it was just clumped together, you know? So, like, 3 noodles fell on me. And then I just grabbed one of the noodles, I ate it, and I went, backup doesn't have lunch. And then I walked away. And he started talking shit, and then for like a week we were talking, he just was pissed at me. He was like ready to fucking kill me, but he knew he could in like a second. So like he was like, I'm not even going to. It wouldn't be fair. Like this is a nerd. I can't do it. Like and I was just talking. I was just out of pocket for no reason. I don't know
so
why.
interesting, dude. Because that's that's your dynamic. That's your thing. Your thing is like talking mad shit to people you know would beat the brakes off of you in a second, and then becoming best friends with them.
Yeah, and then one day I was just sitting in front of school waiting for my mom to pick me up. This is all like freshman year, and then he just came out and was like, "What songs are you listening to?" And then we just started hanging out from that day. You know, it's
like whoa.
I showed him my playlist, and he was like, "That's good music." And then we just were friends from then on out.
You're like, I'm only going to use this power for good. These hands are magic.
I'm only gonna make the best friendships.
Yeah,
dude, it is a power.
I was always just like such an emotional kid, you know. I'm still very emotional. I'm still very emotional.
And I'm so sorry.
I'm still very emotional.
Like CM Punk after a match when your hair's down like that. And I'm going to tell you this, Vince. There's a pipe bomb underneath your car.
I cut your brakes.
So, like, now when it comes to, like, disliking somebody, it feels like I'm more prone to talk back to people. Like, if I perceive something as somebody, like, laughing at me rather than with me, or like kind of real bullying, not the way that we do because we're friends, you know, but like somebody who doesn't know us that tries to talk the same way that we do to each other. No, don't like that, you know. And that's where before I wouldn't say anything for the longest time, and I tried to ignore it. I tried to do, albeit what my mom advised me to do. She's like, just ignore it, and that's what I did. She turned me into this monster, is what I'm trying to say. She turned me into like a fighting monster. But now, like, I'm more prone to, like, you know, talking back and being a smartass to people who are like, who I perceive as doing this. And then that's where, like, the asshole things come in, because a lot of the times I'm wrong. I know a lot of the times I'm wrong, but I'm willing to do that as many times as possible to get it right. You know,
That's
to keep the
called
one
insanity.
person that will really fuck me up, like emotionally or mentally or whatever, to keep that person out. I think it's worth learning who I'm not supposed to do it to. You know. Oh yes, dude. 10. 10.
Dude, Connor, I 100% know what you mean with like, for whatever reason, it like I just remember one particular time at the screening room. It didn't like honestly.
I think I know what you're gonna say. Yeah.
Jokes about me being fat, I make them. I'm fine with y'all making them. It's fucking hilarious. It's when people who aren't in the thing
Yes.
do it where I'm like, no. You don't know me like that.
Not
Like, let's
you.
just calm down.
Not you.
Like the one time that okay, so different time, but Nikki Pearl slapped my titty. I was like, you're dead to me. I'll kill your children. Like I was like, this is crazy.
I'll kill your children who you don't talk to.
PSA, obviously, I'm not a threat to whatever. But I just got so mad. I just got so mad at that moment.
The Sam Hyde, Hassan Piker, I'm going to kill you in the ring, right? No, in real life, at his
I
house.
point out, I know nothing about Nikki Pearl's kids. I wish them no harm. I wish Nikki Pearl's no harm. But in that moment, I had a flash of rage. And the other time was when, again, Clint made some joke about me being fat. Great, hilarious. We were laughing. And then I forgot who it was, but somebody like who we kind of knew, like pretty well, but like not quite, like chimed in, and I was like, I'll go nuts on this whole place. I was like, this is not okay anymore. And I just remember that it was just.
That's when, in the same situation, I turned to that person and I would literally say, "You can't make those jokes, not you."
Oh,
And I'll be as condescending as possible. And that's when it's literally like in a game where they only see the retaliation. You know, they don't see the initial infraction. Like, you don't see what I just saw. So I'll like turn to them and I'll be condescending as fuck. I'll be like, "Oh, you think you're equivalent to us? You think that you're with us? You're not. You're not. I don't like you."
That's when the circle breaks up, and then I'm left with that person, and he's like, "What was that?" I'm like, "Gotta just know your spot, bud. You're all right." And then I knuckle bump him and walk away.
And I'm like, "God damn it! No, we don't like this guy. We don't like this guy. He's a nice guy. He's cool."
Connie, that's the moment where you start to say something like that. And I'm like, I'm gonna check the list. I think I'm up next, or like, I just walk away.
Can you guys back me up once in a while?
I should, and I don't know why.
No, because you come in too aggressive. It's like trying to back up your cop buddy who fucking shot someone. And you're like, all right, but Doug, I saw the body cam footage, so it's hard for me to.
I can't meet your energy right now.
I know.
I know there's like this brotherhood bond we have, but like, it's on tape, dude.
It's like, you know that it records 30 seconds before it turns on, right? So
it's recorded.
It's recording.
And also, the amount of times, but he's like a really good guy. To people, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah,
you're on your own.
Yeah. Wait. You're saying that about me?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had to have that conversation with anybody.
With the Facebook discrepancy, remember the Facebook controversy?
3 years ago?
Doggy, you're gonna have to let that go.
No, I'm just saying that was a lot to PR, and I don't think I have it in me anymore.
Oh, okay. No, in all fairness, I didn't know the people the way that you did, Clint. So whenever they saw me in public or whatever, they just never talked to me about it.
I was being attacked from all angles.
Well, you didn't have to like speak up for me.
It was my boy, though. I had to.
Well, thank you for doing that. That's what boys do. But like, now you're not going to do it anymore?
I'm spitting, dude. It's spitting.
Wait, how are you? Wait, are you saying that you're still 3 years later? You're still defending me about the same thing?
No, not anymore.
There can't possibly be.
I'm just saying what happened 3 years ago. What I did, that was 2 years worth of
of defending you.
Of defense. Yeah, the defense budget is spent, dude.
No, you got about $1 trillion more. You got about $1 trillion.
We'll write an appropriations bill. It'll be fine.
Now you got $1 trillion left in you, dude.
Oh, dude, actually, not to pivot too hard, but back to your point about like kind of picking your targets when people are bullying you
Yeah.
or like talking shit to you. There was one time I remember it was seventh grade like basketball team. I was on the worst basketball team, and this kid.
I just imagine that playing and likes his head every suicide he did that year.
Think about it every night
and day.
Scout!
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
You're like,
Basketball, 7th grade.
I remember. So you remember table topping? Somebody would crouch behind your
my
couch,
God. What
and then somebody would push you over.
Era of our life, dude. Tabletops. Holy shit!
So-
I completely forgot about tabletops.
Tabletops. I feel like Connor doesn't. Can't
No, I do.
Oh, okay. So this kid who is significantly bigger than me runs over and like pushes me, and at first I don't understand what's going on, and then I trip over the kid behind me who's much smaller than me. Now, granted, also I am now on the ground with the kid who tripped me.
And you guys start making out.
Yeah, no, kissing hard.
Okay.
No,
Just making sure.
The kid who's
that's what I would do, you know?
Yeah, I was taking a page out of your book.
Yeah.
But I just remember grabbing the kid who was closest to me. I made the argument that he was closest to me. He was also much smaller than the kid who actually pushed me. And I just letting fists fly and broke his glasses, all that shit. And then we had to run like laps because, it was like a collective punishment thing.
Because you were a horse.
Like you can't. Well, because again, sort of like you said, you always see the retaliation. You don't see the initial. The coach just sees me like laying on top of this dude because I fell on top of him, just feeding him, and
feeding him.
And so we're running laps for like the next however long. It was like 30 minutes or like the rest of practice we had to run laps. And everybody's like, hey, you fucking asshole, like you're a piece of shit or whatever, like all the things they could say to me. And I was just like, oh, okay, never retaliate unless you have like a plan so that no one can see that it was you who did it. And that's when I got into the whole, and now granted, most of my retaliations are like fantasy retaliations of like if you did something to me, I would never say it, but I'm like, 20 years from now, I'm going to systematically ruin your life.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to laugh as your children have to go homeless. No, I'm kidding. What? Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm doing it. But did you guys not?
Wait, Clint, what did you say?
Is this why you're becoming a lawyer?
The kid who tabletop me needs justice.
I can't get him down.
No, they're completely unrelated. But
I got him from 5 to 3.
Anthony Fibonacci, you're fucked.
Just making up names.
I was thinking of some Philly trash name.
Yeah.
Dude, that is the thing that can't be faked. Is like real names.
Yeah.
You drop someone's real name on something, you're like, oh shit. Like you know it's not fake.
Yeah. I can't stand bullies. I don't like bullies. And unfortunately, if you think that you're helping out with like, oh, I don't like bullies, so I'm gonna act this way towards people I think are bullies. Now that person thinks you're a bully.
Yeah.
Because most
I was
people
talking about this at the bar the other day. Everybody's been a bully and everybody's been bullied. Every single person.
Yeah, everybody. And some continued to do it like me. Some people just, keep
Some people hate it, yet that's who they are.
The really unfortunate thing is that like everybody thinks that they're doing the right thing initially, or they don't think that they're doing anything wrong. There are some people with malicious intent, and that is for sure. And I've had people where it's like been malicious intent. Also been people where I thought it was malicious intent, or I convinced myself it was, and then did something really fucked up afterwards. There's been that too. But no matter what,
it was just gross
there's
arrogance.
always going to be this back and forth. Like I did this thing, because I thought that this person was being mean or rude, or I thought I was sticking up for somebody, and now everybody hates me for it because they think I'm a bully. I'm like, that's just the way that it happens, man. That's just what happens.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think I
you
just
also
say ridiculous things that no one thinks I'm a bully.
Wait, what?
I think I say so many ridiculous things just in general, like that people are like, "Oh, this guy's just got no box on his brain, dude. That thing just says."
Yeah, people just think you're an idiot.
It's like he just is gonna say what he thinks is good for the moment. So I can't really take that to heart.
Yeah. And I wish people had that view of me sometimes. I really do. But they don't.
my go-to to instead of actually trying to like show people that I was angry and like trying to still make it as ridiculous as possible, like say something ridiculous. I used to say like when people would talk shit to me, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll eat your family."
Solid.
I thought it was hilarious. Most people didn't get it.
That is solid. No, I mean, to the right person, they'll get it. But most people, they're like, "Ooh, maybe stay away from this guy."
That Louis scene, I forget the comedian that he's with, dude, but they're sitting at the cellar, they're sitting at a diner, just hanging out, and he's just like, so yeah, like I was behind this Denny's, and then I saw your mom in a dumpster, and she said, yeah, giving out free blowjobs, and then Louis like not even paying attention to it, he's just like, oh yeah, so she was in a dumpster. That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That's crazy. It's nuts.
like, what are you doing over there? And he was like, oh, so you got a blowjob? Let me finish. It's the best, dude. I'm watching that.
You got a blowjob from her. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that show's the best. It really is how I feel every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just getting off the subway doing sets.
I don't have two little kids though. I couldn't imagine doing that with two little kids.
No, that's kind of where the rubber hits the road. You're like, I'm gonna wake up to do like all the getting the kids ready and then like putting them to bed at night and then going out and doing sets, and you're like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But that is your job at that point. He didn't. If he had a job also in Louis, it would have been probably the craziest show of all time. It would have been exactly what a comedian's life is. Because very few comedians actually are just comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's maybe like 5,000 in total.
Like there's people that have kids, have to work 2 day jobs, and then fucking go out and do sets.
Yeah. That's why I want to hold off on kids for as long as possible. Be established.
That's fair.
If I make money, dude, I'm adopting kids.
Fair enough.
Like if I make enough money, dude, I'm gonna have fucking 20 kids, all adopted, and they're all gonna be a professional at fucking something.
Like Cat Williams.
Like, what? No, I'm gonna be like, what do you
Cat Williams?
No, I'm gonna be like,
what do
you learn how to do? Because after high school, I'm sending you to the best person of that, and that's what you're learning how to do.
And they have to decide at 5. Like, you're going to be the best fucking tiger in the world.
And then you're not going to college unless you're like going to be a basketball player or something, because then that makes sense because you can go play for, U of A or Kentucky or, perfect training. But if you're like going to be a BMX guy, fuck college. I'm sending you to Camp Woodward, and you're going to go learn from the best for 5 years.
Yep.
While you've been training your whole life too already on your own.
Mm-hmm. Adopt them all, give them the Lapsansky name, and then carry on your legacy illegitimately.
Yeah,
crank them out.
I think that's how people should.
And by crank them out, we mean crank out adoption papers.
Yeah, just
I think that's how school should work, dude. School should be like
24
regular
elite athletes.
And then at like 6th grade, they ask you like, what field do you want to learn?
that is how they do school elsewhere.
Yeah, that's how it should be done.
Yep.
And if you pick accountant, fucking you lose, dude. That's on you. You picked accountant. You could have picked basketball player.
Why?
What's wrong with
I'm
being an
just
accountant?
saying.
What's wrong with that, dude? Come
I'm
on.
just saying, dude. I'm just saying. I'm just
Dude,
saying.
actually, not to hard pivot too much from that, but just the bully thing, and then also something that happened today made me think of the not even just like picking smaller targets, but just realizing that you have to be, I guess, varying levels of tough. Like I was on a walk today, and I saw that there was a dog in a yard, and I was just like, "Oh, there's a little buddy." And then I saw that there was a guy sitting on the porch behind that dog, and I was like, "Hey, sir, how's it going?" Like, I had to have,
buddy. Hey, sir.
hey. And so I'm just wondering, like, does that happen to everybody else? Do you also have moments where you're like, "Oh, this cute little thing. Oh, hey, what's up? Hey."
I mean,
Yeah,
I refuse to order drinks if there's something dumb. I'll just be like, that one.
Oh yeah, the pink one.
Yeah, the pink one.
I'll take the Raz. I'll just say the first 4 letters of it. I'll be like the fluff, the thing, what is that? How do you pronounce that? I'll do that.
No, I'll do that.
Meanwhile,
I'll do that when I'm serving. Like sometimes, like I get a little too comfortable, and the vibe is like a little too relaxed for me, and I'll joke around with someone, and then like 2 exchanges into it, I'll realize that the customer I'm serving is a pretty serious person. I'm like, and what will we be having this evening, sir? Like, okay, great choice. I'll have that right out for you. Thank you both very, very much. I appreciate you. Whereas everyone else, I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing? Like it's a fucking Applebee's, you know? I'm like, hey, yeah, how we doing? We want some poppers for the table. Yeah.
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 Fajitas? Jeff? You want your fajitas, Jeff?
Yep. And then sometimes I get the vibe wrong, and I'm like, sir, will we be having the sea bass this evening?
it is Chilean.
It is Chilean. In fact, I believe all sea bass is Chilean. Oh, I did that actually recently. I swear to God, talking about the exact same thing. I was one of the members that I serve. He's the old general manager of the club. He used to be the club president. He's actually a really cool guy. His name is Dick, you know, and really, really cool dude. Likes to joke around and everything. And he's like, I want you to help me this evening because I'm bringing in 2 very important people. You know, these are really important guests, and I know that you're going to treat us well. So we need you there. And so, and then I started talking to them, and I was making the jokes like with him and his wife, as I do. And then the customers, they were asking like, and is the sea bass Chilean? And I was like, actually, I think it's Argentinian. Just trying to be like a little fucking dick, like a dick. And then he was like, oh, okay. Like he was disappointed by it. He's like, I really wanted Chilean. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. Yes, I do believe
it is.
Chilean. It is Chilean. Yes. And I'll do that too. I'll just like, that was a joke. I'm sorry. It was a bad joke.
Actually, Peruvian.
It's actually
Peruvian.
dude, actually, that thing where you realize you joked too much at work.
Yeah.
Happened to me. This was years ago, but I forgot exactly how it came up. But so we're sitting in like it's sort of like a fish bowl of cubicles. Like all the cubicle backs face each other, and somebody was just like, I forgot who it was behind me. It was like 2 desks behind me, and then the woman working just behind me. Her name is Ariel. And so and so 2 desks behind me is like, oh yeah, like that's a bit of an oxymoron. And then the person next to me goes like, hey, what's an oxymoron? I was like, hey, her name's Ariel.
Solid joke. Solid.
And then for whatever reason, she was so mad. And she told everybody that he I made some terrible joke. I had to talk to my manager and everything. It was like, I don't know why. It just came to me. I thought it was great. I said it.
Oh man, that is a solid joke though. Hey,
Yeah, one of the engineers at my work went to ASU, and the day I figured that out, like he said that he was over at our shop, like doing this custom order. This was like 2 years ago, and he and I just kept hitting everybody because everybody else is a U of A fan, right? Like, or went to U of A or is a fan. And I was just hitting him with all the ASU jokes like I could do. And then by like the fifth one, he was like, okay. Like he just stopped and like was like, all right. And then I was like, okay. And then I just went back to work. I was like, my bad, dude.
All right, my
Okay. All right, pushed it. Just went back.
Have you ever said something really fucked up to a customer that you didn't know was like fucked up?
No.
No.
I don't have like customers come out. There
Right,
has
right.
been a time though where they were doing a product meeting with these people, and they came out, and like right when they came out, fucking he fucked up. Like I was helping him with this like power tool malfunction thing, and he fucked up, and my finger got jammed, and I didn't know because we were like in the other side, like corner of the shop, so I didn't know anybody else was in the shop. And I just go, motherfucker, and I like walk out, like holding my finger, like going to the bathroom, and then I just see all these people looking at all the product we do, like they're trying to get investors.
Yeah.
And I just like walk by, and I'm like this, and I put my hand down really quick and just look at the owner in the face, and then look at all the people. And I go, and I just go, ma'am. And I just walk,
Sir?
holding my finger, ma'am. I just screamed motherfucker at the top of my lungs.
Dude, actually, sort of funny you mentioned that. I did that to a bunch of deer today. I didn't even realize. My wife was like, "Oh, look, deer," because we were walking by. And I just turned my head like, "Ma'am." Ma'am.
Oh, dude, that's funny.
Christ.
One time when I was working for Starbucks the first go around, it must have been like in 2014 or 2015. I was a menace like all the time. Like I was always joking around with people in the drive-thru. I loved the attention. Like I love like just joking around with people in the drive-thru, like getting numbers and shit. And it was like the first time ever, it did prep me to be a comedian. It was the first time ever that I like didn't know who I was talking to. I just could not read who I was talking to. And I like said a joke or whatever. And she's like, wait, what was that? And I was like, I'm sorry. I was trying to make a joke and I think it just went over your head. And she was like, got offended that I said that a joke went over her head. She was like, went over my head. What?
Nothing goes over my head.
It's like, excuse me?
Sir, I went to Princeton.
Yeah,
Nothing
she was like,
head.
excuse me, that was incredibly rude, and I need to talk to your manager right now. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. And then she started like ear beating my manager about it. Like, who is this guy? Why do you have him work in the drive? And I was like, I said it, and I remember I repeated the joke back to my manager after the fact, and he laughed his fucking ass off. And he's like, well, what did you say to the lady after? Like after I was like, she wasn't mad at the joke. And it's like, then what made her so mad? And I was like, well, I told her, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I tried to make a joke, but I think it just went over your head. And he was like, that's what did it. That's what.
There it is.
And I was like, it's funny, It did.